1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So, as we know, this ICE thing is real. Now, like I said, I believe that Hispanics are trying to usurp, I say, white authority, and they are out there protesting in a Cali. I mean, we missed a little bit already. They won't let me rewind it, but let me tell you something, man. They are out there going, they're bucking up against ICE. And then you come back to the other scenario and you're like, yo, so you got these people on TikTok and all this stuff talking about ICE shouldn't do that. But then you got undocumented and documented fighting ICE. Like I said, best thing you black people could do is, like, we're not trying to go out there and get killed for this. This is crazy. How do you get to fight ICE? But that shows that they're trying to take this country over, son. You hear me? They trying to take this country bit by bit. Like I said before, come into the country, say, yo, I'm peaceful, but then reproduce 4 to 5 a couple. Shit, 20 years from now, it's going to be over. They will take over America as far as from a population standpoint over the whites. That's what all of this is about. But I wanted to show y'all this ICE stuff, and then we will check how these people are talking about it and some other things on the other apps. But yeah, so ICE is lined up as an army. They won't let me rewind it. They were shooting tear gas. People had to pour milk down their faces. It's a real riot. Okay? So they were pouring milk down their faces and everything because ICE agents shooting that tear gas. Okay, let me read some of these comments for you. Like, I don't know who they think they are just to fight ICE. They said boycott all Mexican food. Somewhere there's a Native American saying, how about y'all go back? Bring in the Marines. Look, y'all see this? Oh, my screen moved. Maybe y'all don't. My screen might move a little faster. They are out there bucking up against ICE. They put all these shopping carts and stuff out there. And they're taking pictures and everything. Like, they are trying to usurp the white authority. You heard? Yo, these people are crazy, but this is what happens when you... Okay, let me read some comments. The people should bring their Second Amendment just in case the First Amendment doesn't work. Served as a Marine, I will use the Second Amendment against National Guard. What? It's kind of silly to wave the flag of the country. It's moving kind of fast. Hold on, they might be saying something. They got Mexican flags. They flagging. Got the Mexican flag. This is crazy. Wow. So messed up how they what they done. Look, they shot all that tear gas out. This guy right here with that camera, he had to put douse himself with milk. Let's listen. this is in Cali. The Hispanics are turning up in Cali on you folks. Okay? Y'all think this shit is a game. Yo, these people, this is what happens when you let them in your country. We all want people to come to the country with the regular process. This is what happens when you don't let the process happen. And it's so funny because they don't see it. See, these Hispanics are so, well, I can't even say that because I believe they're trying to take over. But it's so funny that you hate these white people, but you love America. You represent your country, but you love America. So you just here to use. It's messed up, man. It really is. It really is messed up, though. That they believe they could come here. Now this is Cali. You know, Cali's different. They're right there by the border. It's different. New York, I don't know if I want to see if they could try to pull this stuff off in New York. And Cali, they are deep, but they're deep in New York too, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Yeah, this is crazy, son. But it is what it is, cause see what people need to understand is this. You see this sort of fight that they have against the police, they got way more for you as a regular person. And that's why you gotta get them out of here. Now the ICE officers must. This is a whole brigade, so they must be waiting for something where they will start just doing stuff. They got the gas mask, and they're gonna. See, they're getting too close. They get to play around with authority. That's why you know they ain't from this country, man. So somebody done told them that black people did this so they can do it. This is crazy. I want to see this stuff work. I heard they brought the Garcia dude back. Those agents are just waiting for the word. They're just wait. They're all lined up. It's about 100 agents with gas masks and everything. They're waiting for the word. But while they're waiting for the word, these Hispanics, they're toying with them, teasing them, but they say, hey, don't get too close. Don't get too close. Yeah, man. This is what happened. Look, they shooting the tear gas. Look, they start to run. This is crazy what's going on in our country, B. Mexicans are trying to usurp white authority, and they're even willing to get tear gas to go out here and film. Wow, that's some thick tear gas, son. Wow. Because, see, the agents, they all have gas masks on. So, you got the girls out there. At least they together. Yeah, son. See, I want to bring this ICE stuff because people seem to just forget about this. No, these people are trying to take over, not us. They don't even look at us as shit. They want to take over this white authority. They want to have their laws and everything. They want to have, everything that the black people had. Where they could just run in fucking people in the country, take the money. It's wild. Cause they're like, yo, we're here for the cheap labor. Don't take us back. We just want to work for cheap labor. Yeah, man, they cutting up. Look, tear gas. Tear gas. Look. This is what they're doing. They're willing to do to usurp white authority. That's what this is. Let's read some comments. Lock up all the protesters and sympathizers. Give him hell. They like fast food, now they want to stay. America scared of Taco Bell boys. Um, People spent years in jail waiting for trial. I have zero sympathy for these rioters. Make America great again. Yeah, man. It's amazing, Brian Turner. This could easily result in a mini civil war. That's why it's weird because black people know better. Stay out of this shit. Like, no, look, they're willing to go through all of this for to stay in America. Well, why don't you love everybody in America if you want to be in America so bad? Why do you come to America and do all of this other flag waving and stay away from the rest of Americans? And now, right now, you want to usurp white police agents. I don't know. Look, listen. I say they got some moxie. They got some moxie, son. They're looking to usurp white authority. They're looking to take over the white man's country. This is crazy. And we're talking about undocumented, have no skin in the game here. And they have lawyers and all sorts of shit. Fucking boys clubs. We don't even have boys clubs. They got community centers, boys clubs, schools, all sorts of shit. And they still unhappy. Still unhappy. Still unhappy.
How can we help? Like, it's devastating to see these people's families ripped apart. It's devastating to see people being violent. It's devastating to see all the military vehicles around the entire city. It's devastating to drive down the street and see nobody on the road. Like, I have a loud mouth, I'm protesting, but like, what else can we do to help? Like, if you're one of my followers, I know there's a few of you in here that are close to what's going on, but please reach out to me and tell me that you're okay, because I want to help somehow. There are many people out here that want to help, and we don't. Like,
Ma'am, you could go out here to this riot. You see this riot right here? You could go out to the riot. Take your family out there, let them get tear gas, and then you could really say you help. And it's funny. Like I said, they want to usurp white authority. Now, as black people, we're like, damn, y'all very bold. And it's crazy to see they're really trying it. They're going against the police, against the government, to have rights to come here illegally, take jobs, and while they're waiting for the immigration process, they get to get social security numbers, welfare, and everything. Donald Trump is not saying, hey, don't come. He said, if you come illegally, we'll still give you a chance to apply, but you got to wait in jail. You got to wait in jail until your status is approved. Why do you want to cheat? Now, they're lucky that they're not going up there asking them for IDs and stuff. These people are sick, yo.
Person that voted for Trump, how can you be okay with this? How can you be okay with having a president that creates chaos? And in the meantime, they're shipping tanks and all these military vehicles to Washington, D.C. for his...
Ma'am, he's celebrating. They having a big 4th of July parade and everything, but at the same time, don't you understand? They're fighting white authority. And it's a shame that you women you have no skin in the game and you still want the authority that these men stapled down in this country to be usurped by people that don't even speak your fucking language.
Saturday. Like, this is insane, you guys. This is the United States of America. This is supposed to be the land of the free, and this is not free. Everybody that is in LA and feeling frozen with fear and sadness because of these ICE raids, how can we help? Like, it's devastating to see these people's families ripped apart. It's devastating to see people being violent. It's devastating to see all the military vehicles around the entire.
This bitch crazy. Look at this King Disagreeable. They out there raiding in LA, B. And this bitch talking about, what can we do to help? Take your ass out to the raid.
I don't eat it. I mean, I put ice in my drinks. That's it. That's all the support I can give.
Black women teachers are saying they're willing to fight for their students when ICE comes to raid. Let's talk about it. I don't know if y'all seen the video of the teacher. She's a Hispanic woman, and she's basically talking about how ICE is scheduled to come up to their building and basically raid the building to deport not only the kids, but the parents as well when they come to pick up the kids from school. This is very sad, and this is what we were trying to fight against, and this is why we were telling everybody why, Orange Head was...
Ma'am, if they're coming to get the kids, that means they're not an American citizen. Their status was not approved yet or whatever. They're illegal. Why do you care?
Not to be in office. Now that this is happening, I see so many people on here talking, and I also seen so many Black people like myself saying, like, we just ain't really got much to say, because when we were trying to say something, it was basically turned out to the polls. It was like a waste of our time to say anything. And guess who's still trying to fight? The 92%. People can talk all day about my people, Black people. People can talk all day about how we are ghetto, how we are uneducated, how we are loud, how we are this, how we are that. But the one thing nobody can ever take from us is that we have a heart for the people. We know how it feels to be discriminated against. We know.
Like I said, I don't know if you guys want to hear. I don't want to hear these gladiators talk about that because they start to say we. Ain't no we, bitch. You separated from the men. Ain't no fucking we. You ain't fighting with the men about shit. But I don't want it to be about that. Let's go back to the ICE stuff because these bitches are crazy. Yo, they taking Cali over, son. They taking Cali over, but ICE, they won't let me rewind it, but ICE got they got these guys out there with the gas mask on and everything, and they spraying tear gas at a different street. So they looks like they're raiding in different sections of California today, or whenever this shit is. It says live, and people in the comment section said the National Guard is on their way now. Protect our ICE. Operation Lone Star, Make America Mexico Again. The riot starts at sundown. Where you been? You don't know how it works? Oh, so they're going to riot at sundown. What time is it out in Cali? Oh, it's 8:29. Whew, boy, oh boy. Don't you guys understand this, though? They're fighting to stay in America. Right. Tell us where your cousins are hiding. You hear me? What last part? Taking over on one corner in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe it's gonna work. But the fact that they will even attempt to try to usurp white authority is crazy. These Hispanics got to stop. So hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So this must be the American side. Hold on. Hold on. That wasn't me. Something just cut off. Let me refresh it.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix.
Okay, so they probably planned it from the beginning. This the part y'all didn't see. This the part I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to show y'all they up there trying to cut up in Cali. Like California, they just got a damn. They have they done. It's just Hispanic. Fuck it. So they doing those. See, the ICE agents are over here. See the ICE agents over there? They have gas masks on. They shooting tear gas and everything.
How it feels to be the oddball. We know how it feels for everybody to look at us and basically already count us out because of the color of our skin. Just feel like this ain't my fight. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. I feel like the only thing I'm really gonna be fighting for is my family. Trying.
That was born in that hospital, a U.S. citizen. Like, isn't that your job to find that out? Like, once you put the child in the system, it should pop up like this child was born in this hospital, blah, 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 right? Okay, whatever. And I usually don't mind. It usually, stuff like that doesn't bother me. It's I've been there 2.5 fucking hours, and then you ask me, that's when I'm fucking triggered, okay? I take my baby to the emergency room today because he cut his little head, and we walk.
So if an illegal takes their child to the doctor or whatever, right? Um, and you look Hispanic or whatever, they gotta ask you, is your baby a citizen and stuff like that. So they're trying to like stop this immigration on all fronts. I just heard on a news station in New York that since Trump got in, I think he detained about 145,000 immigrants. And that ain't nothing. We got about 20 million of them people in here. Now they're out here in Cali trying to usurp white authority. It's nothing but ICE agents with gas masks out there, and they won't go home. They won't go home. They won't go home, son. Shit is crazy. They are trying to usurp the white authority. Crazy work. They about to spray the gas mask in a second, though. I mean, they're going to spray the tear gas. See how, look, they out there, they got shopping carts. They're filming fires. They're doing all this stupid shit. Just stupid shit. I think the ice, they going to spray the gas mask now. I mean, the gas. They sitting up there playing in the ice guy's face. Look, man, these people are wicked, man. Call it what it is. These people are wicked people. Like, you can't just let these people in here. That's crazy. They about to spray the gas. Watch this. They all got their nose covered already. They probably was spraying before. Look. Oh, they got one girl. Oh, they pushed her back. So they're checking people. This is serious. These damn Hispanics are some racist people, man. This is crazy. They about to spray the gas, though. I remember the women out there, they all care about themselves. I think it's coming now. Let's go. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what's going on. They shooting gas at these dudes. They got the Mexican flags out there. These people are, what they say, unruly. Go the fuck home. Sitting out there fighting ICE. I mean, they're spraying tear gas. That won't, I mean, you still don't want to go home? They're spraying tear gas. I mean, these are some unruly people. Home Depot. Oh, they at Home Depot. Oh, man. Yo, how do you get to come take over Home Depot? Yo, I saw this dude. I was watching this immigration stuff, right? And it was this black dude. He was like, yo, I had some cement to lay and I had to do some work. And I went to the Home Depot and I couldn't find nobody. Homie, go get some black people. What's wrong with you? These immigrants, and I understand everybody wants cheap labor, but if you let certain things slide, eventually you won't have nothing. And stop thinking about yourself. You got to think about the rest of, the people after you. Look, they out there just the dude got milk poured on his face. He's drinking a beer. He's tear gassed up. Look at these dummies. Look at this dummy. Look at this dummy. Unbelievable. Straight dummy. I tell you, man, these people are offensive to say the least. And I'm not talking about football. This is offensive, King. That they believe they could just get up here and do this shit. It's crazy, man.
I am a US citizen, but I would be lying if I tell anyone that I feel safe in this country at this moment. If I'm ever stopped or pulled over or anything at just the fact that I'm brown, that my skin color is brown, and that I could be labeled as someone without a legal status and someone ripping me away from my kids. I know it's not the same thing as to what other people are going through, but it's honestly something that all of us as Latinos are now having to deal with. I am a US citizen, but
Thanks, babes. Yes, I've been.
It was never about deporting criminals. It was always about racism. And for the Latinos that don't understand this, that are like, well, I did it right. Well, my family did it right. It doesn't matter. They don't like you. You will never be one of them. Right now, you are useful and beneficial. But once they no longer need you, they're coming for you. They're coming right now after citizens. They're coming after children. They're coming after people who have a status and are going to immigration court. They're breaking every single law, and they are doing it without due process.
Yeah, you get to hear how these women and these people really, really think, man. You want them to come here and not go through due process to be here, but you want them to get due process to leave here. You want them to apply for citizenship but be able to get social security numbers and be in the workforce. No. You have to wait before you can participate.
Just deporting people. If you look a certain way, if you have a certain tattoo that they think might or might not, you're out. You're out. If they could deport me, they would. That is why they say that the worst enemy of a Latino is another Latino. It is us. Because I do not.
So let me ask you, why don't y'all spend money in the black community? Yo, I tell you, man, this shit it's bonkers, b. It's bonkers. It's bonkers, son.
I need to be in danger of deportation to know that what is happening is wrong. It doesn't need to specifically apply to me for me to fight for the rights of those who cannot fight for themselves. It's not about me versus them. It's about what they're doing to us. They are attacking our community, and they are pushing that line further and further to see how much they can continue to get away with. And they are expecting for us to be desensitized and for it to become the norm and for us to not fight back anymore. And for me, at least, that is not something I will ever do. I will always stick up for the rights of those who need me to do so.
That's a lie. You would not stick up for black people at all. All you doing is showing how racist you are. I mean, it's like pig-like. I ain't gonna lie.
Because my moral compass just doesn't let me operate in any other way. And that's why I don't understand how so many people can sit by and see their own community be shredded into pieces and not say a goddamn thing.
So let me get this straight. So your community is shredded into pieces because they are here illegally. Because they don't have full status. Because their visa expired. Because they don't get to participate in the workforce until they're a full citizen. That is what's making your community broken? Ma'am, you're a complete piece of shit.
I'll be quite honest. There's brand deals I haven't taken. There's growth that I haven't done in my own channels because I am opinionated. Because
My community is being under attack. Families are getting separated. Children, kids are being zip tied. Like, are you listening to this? Is happening right now as I speak in America. As a first-gen Mexican Latina, I am so fucking sick and disgusted with the type of videos that I've been seeing. My people are being targeted. We are being targeted. I am so passionate about this because I know where my parents come from. I know where I come from. I know where my generations came from. I will always speak out for my people. I will always speak out for my mother.
Why don't you go back to where you came from? Why don't you go make that place great? Ma'am, I want you to know something. When you speak like this, you're only saying how you love America. You think that you're saying you know where your people came from, but you don't want to go make that place great. You love America, but you don't love Americans. And it's finally coming out. I'm sorry.
For my family, I will not let this go under the rug and be silenced about a serious topic like this, because this can be your mother, this can be your father. I will not stop speaking about this because we matter, our community matters. How is my people illegal in stolen land? What makes you believe that you...
See that right there? See that right there? That's the reason why everything's going the way that it's going. Because you're trying to say that we are on stolen land. Well, who claims the stolen land? It's not free for everybody. Go take your ass to Mexico then. You don't get to make that equivalency. No, that's not the same. You don't just get to come where the people done died for. But that's the privilege that you get for being an American. And guess what you do? You don't share with other Americans. You're only based in your own community. I would say you really are a piece of shit. You people don't like nobody else but yourselves. This shit is crazy.
belong here more than the other person? What gives you the right as a human to treat other humans like that? Just so you know, being here without documentation is not a crime, but yet we have...
Being here without documentation is not a crime. You see what happens, guys? Like, ma'am, if you could just walk in any country's borders, then it would never be any countries. You just can't do that. But that's the beauty you have as being an American. But you're not proud to be American. Take your ass back to where you're from.
Actual criminals in America roaming around free. We have bigger problems in America, and yet this is what we're focusing on? Deporting innocent families, scarring, traumatizing innocent children.
Let me ask you this question, sister. Were those children traumatized or scarred before they came to America? No, right? No, right? So go the fuck back there and they won't be scarred. Yo, these people are sick, man.
I called my mother today. Remember that my grandma is a naturalized citizen. Somebody targeted by the new administration. So like any good granddaughter would do, I call my mom because she's with my grandma. They're in Mexico, at the rancho, chilling. Me, mom, grandma, you're not gonna believe this. My grandpa gets on the phone. Mija, Donald Trump. Mentiras, mija, mentira. Grandpa. My grandma gets back on the phone. She continues to explain to me how they made up my bed. When am I gonna visit? Like everything's normal, right? Grandma, they're going after your citizenship. Grandma, put mom on the phone. My mom gets back on the phone. I'm on mom. Why is nobody freaking out? She says, Mija, they've been here anyway. She said, what about it? If we're over there and they deport us, they're just gonna deport us back to the rancho. Agustos. We all know things are bad when Mexico is doing so much better than America.
If Mexico is doing so much better than America, why don't you take your ass there? See, all of this is phony shit, and it's only built out of racism. They only care about themselves. These are some racist people. It's showing.
I've been getting asked what my opinions are in the state that's happening right now with this country these past couple days. As a Latina, my views should not shock you in any ways. This is not anything new. This shouldn't be anything new. And as a Latina, this should be an expectation. For those that are saying that it's disgraceful that I don't consider myself to be American, I never said that I do not consider myself to be American. But as of right now, in the state that this country is in, I'm embarrassed. Rightfully so, I'm not 100% American because I've never been. I'm a dual citizen, and just because I was born in this country does not mean that this is where my roots are. It would be.
Well, let me say this to you, sister. Dual citizenship could get you deported by the Constitution. See, a lot of people talk the Constitution, but they want to go with all these different amendments. The Stone Constitution says, hey, if you have dual citizenship, and this is for ambassadors or anything, if you have jurisdiction to another country or tribe, you are not a full American citizen. And that don't even matter if you was born here. If you went and got yourself dual citizenship like Dr. Umar or somebody like that, you could actually be deported by the Constitution.
Absolute disgrace to my parents who left their families in Costa Rica to build a life here, for me to separate from that identity and add on an identity to a country where my family is not from. I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to act like I'm something that I'm not. And as a Latina, if you are choosing to support something against what's happening in this country, I don't consider you someone that's prideful of where they're from. Because if you are prideful and you have a lot of passion and you love the country that your family is from, you would never go against your own people. Just
Ma'am, if you love the country where you're from, you would take your ass to the country where you're from and you would make that country great. Only thing that you sound like you're saying is that you love America. But you seem to not love Americans. You keep talking about your country this, your country that, a place that you don't want to go back to and live. So that means you love America, but you don't love the Americans. It's messed up, y'all. This was the ICE raid, the ICE protest. All right, while that's playing, let's get back to this.
My husband, I'm like, are you sure you want to? With him. And he's saying he's going to deport criminals. You're not a criminal. Every time we go to ICE, they tell you, Mr. Juarez, your wife is no criminal. He voted for him, and now he's deporting his wife. And now they deported me. They kicking me out, and they breaking my family apart. Before you enlist in the military, think it twice. Before you marry an immigrant, think it twice.
Ma'am. Ma'am. See, this is what you people do. See, they tell on themselves all the time. So you trying to cheat. You trying to marry somebody in the military thinking that's going to help you better than just marrying a regular citizen. You trying to really super cheat the game. You see? You see that? And guess what you're doing? Guess what else you're doing? You're telling the other illegal immigrants, don't fuck with the military guys. It's going to be more trouble than you think. They're going to be able to find you easy. So not only are you a piece of shit, you want to continue the shit that's happening over here and get other people deported, man. Yo, keep coming. Just don't marry military people. Yo, these people are some bad people.
Before you marry an immigrant, and now they deported me. They kicking me out, and they breaking my family apart. Before you enlist in the military, think it twice. Before you marry an immigrant, think it twice. Think it if it's really worth for you.
Oh, she's saying, so what she's saying is this, I had it wrong. She's saying, hey, if you come over here as an immigrant and you try to, it's all cheating, and you try to enlist in the military, that still won't protect your status. Yes, you will be in the military, but once your visa expires, your ass is out. You, your wife, everybody. Unbelievable. Um, and yeah, they popped tear gas in California. Just in case y'all didn't see it, they shot tear gas at the Mexicans or whatever, Hispanics in California, because they was trying to riot and protest at this Home Depot out there in California. So they said they were sending the National Guard or whatever, and these officers right here start shooting tear gas, and these dumbass Hispanics sitting up in there throwing milk on their face and all this, just crazy shit. Trying to usurp white authority. If they're spraying tear gas, take your ass home. But they want to usurp the white authority. Oh, the tear gas is coming up in about 2 minutes. Yo, they're gonna shoot the tear gas. They're gonna shoot the tear gas in a minute. Yo, these Hispanics are something else, man. They think they could do whatever they want, man. It's coming up. It's coming up. Work. Bear with me. It's coming up. Yeah, these guys gonna get hit. The guy that was walking in the street.
Make a big impact.
Sorry about that. They won't let me fast forward it. You gotta just wait. It's coming. They're gonna shoot the tear gas. They out there at this Home Depot in Cali. Look over to your left. Where it's coming up, a Home Depot sign. They saying ice out, ice out. You see how they get all close to the police? These people think that they could take over police. They're trying to like fight for their rights to be illegal. Look, they say don't get too close. They're gonna shoot the tear gas. It's coming up. La migra, la migra. It should be coming up now. They're getting too close. There it is. They saying fuck ICE, fuck ICE. So some like that guy right there with the camera, um, he's up there trying to absorb the tear gas. So they're gonna have to pour milk down these people's eyes, and they're gonna have to wash their eyes out. These people are just unruly, man. That's why I played the TikTok to show you. So these women are sitting in the comfort of their own home saying that these people are not criminals and unruly. These people are outright out of control trying to usurp the white authority. And they hope that, you know, the laws work in their favor. It's crazy behavior. They're trying to thug it. They're trying to thug it literally.
Hispanic and Latino community, you may not want to hear this, but find your Rosa Parks, okay? Because somebody like Killamar Abrego, like, people don't feel sympathy for men. I'm not going to say he's a lost cause and to stop fighting, but if you put attention on something that can tug people's heartstrings, you'll have a little bit better chance of standing your ground. Find a mother who is separated from her child. Find a woman who's been in her job for 20 years, never gotten any trouble, always a law-abiding citizen, paying their taxes. Find that person and put your emotion from the protest behind that person. Because if you put them under a microscope and they don't have any blemishes, it makes the courts appear foolish for even targeting that person. Hispanic and Latino community, you may not want to hear this, but
There you have it. They're trying to help them. They're trying to help them, son. They're trying to help your brothers and sisters. Yo, these people are sick out here. This black woman speaking up for this dude. This dude could care less about her black ass. It's crazy, man. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show y'all, man. I wanted to show these Hispanics fighting against white authority. I wanted to show you how these women, you know, they think everything's a fucking game. They still think it's a game. You know, until something happened to one of their family members, then they won't think it's so fun. It's crazy, man. Because when you hear the black woman talk, it's more so like, I told y'all, all y'all Hispanics, y'all voted for Trump. So they basically saying like, hey, if you didn't vote for Trump, we would be happy with y'all invading the country, taking over the border. We would be happy with it only if y'all did not vote for Trump. But being that you did vote for Trump, I'm happy that they're deporting your ass. Like, what? Crazy, man. Anyway, that's all I got for right now, man. Unless y'all want to see something else. I'll let y'all watch a little bit. The racist Trump regime must go. Yo, they taking California. Yo, I see why Trump don't like California. The Hispanics have taken California by storm. I don't want to go to Cali. I mean, I've been there many times, but I don't want to go back. I do not want to go to Cali anymore, man. Fucking Hispanics just think they could do whatever the fuck they want, man.
I'm here to speak about the whole ICE situation and everything going on. Hold on. I just wanna I have it right here. I just wanna say your rights, just in case some of you guys don't know already. I know I don't have a big platform, but I have followers, and I hope you guys can see this. Do not open the door if an immigration agent is knocking at your door. Do not answer any questions from an immigration agent. If they try to talk to you, you have the right to remain silent. Do not sign anything without the first.
This is a racist bitch. This bitch is racist. She's telling people how to break the law. Unbelievable. She's telling people how to break the law.
Do not sign anything without first speaking to a lawyer. You have the right to speak with the lawyer. If you are outside of your home, ask the agent if you are free to leave, and if they say yes, leave calmly. Give the card to the agent if you are inside of your home. Show the card through the window or slide it under the door. I do not wish to speak with you, answer your questions, or sign or hand you any documents based on my Fifth Amendment rights under the United States Constitution. I do not give you permission.
See, that's a problem. Even when you watch CNN and all of that stuff, they don't really go to that 14th Amendment. They don't go to that. They don't go to the Constitution. They always talk this Constitution shit, but the Constitution, by the Constitution, Trump is doing the right thing as far as the legal status of a human being in America. Now, by the Constitution, he's doing it right. I don't know what all of these other amendments and all the new shit, I don't know. But by the Constitution, you know, you talking about citizenship. Any person that has jurisdiction to a tribe or another country can be deported. You're not a citizen. You cannot have dual citizenship. You cannot be one of these. You cannot claim an Indian tribe, or your ass gonna have to go over there. But yeah, she don't understand. I don't know how it is anywhere else, but in New York, you can't just, give somebody some card. You got to show your ID. You got to show your ID to the police of who you are. You can't just go on the street and be like, can I leave? No, we got to run your name. Fuck is wrong with that? Yo, these people are crazy.
To enter my home based on my Fourth Amendment rights under the United States Constitution unless you have a warrant to enter signed by a judge or magistrate with my name on it that you slide under the door. I do not.
Ma'am, if the immigrant does something like that, what is the police gonna do? They're gonna sit out and wait for him to come outside. Ma'am, this is bad criminal advice.
Give you permission to search any of my belongings based on my Fourth Amendment rights. I choose to exercise my Constitution rights. These cards are available to citizens and non-citizens. And then I'm gonna say in Spanish. I'm gonna stutter, but it's fine.
There you have it, fam. These are some racist people, man, and they sit here acting like this is what America provided for these people. The ability to fight for people they don't give a fuck about, someone that'll do something bad to their children. And this bitch ain't never knew nothing about the Constitution her whole life. But now she went and looked up certain constitutional amendments so she could help illegals. Like, ma'am, if you don't take your ass back to your country and make that country great, why they never want to go make their country great? It's fucked up. But anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching.